Hey guys, so I've got the Dexcom G7 glucose monitor here that integrates with Gyroscope Ultra, and I'm going to show you the process of setting it up and how it works. So this is what it looks like. It's got this little button here to press, and first step is to scan this QR code to sync it with the app. Now it's been identified. First we'll clean the site, so I think I'll put it on my arm. Let's do the left arm. Unscrew the cap. So you want to be careful not to push this button. And now you can see inside, and there's this small kind of needle filament thing. Not too scary. I do think most people are probably not going to end up doing this because of the slight discomfort, and instead we'll end up just tracking a gyroscope, and you can see the non-invasive insights there. But if you're not afraid and you're willing to pay like a few $100s, this is an interesting way to do it. We'll also compare with the finger prick test to see how these two compare, and you'll need to do that anyways to calibrate it at the beginning. So push down the applicator until the clear ring disappears, so you can see it's got this kind of clear part that gets pushed in. All right, 3, 2, 1, lift off. Okay, well there was like this loud noise, but I literally didn't feel anything. That was really not too bad. And so now it's in there. And this should last about 10 days, maybe a little more. They're a bit finicky. Last time it lasted about 1 day, and then it just stopped syncing. So hopefully this one works a little better. And now they want you to save the thing, so in case you need this ID. And now you press the button at the top of the sensor for 10 seconds. I'm just reading the instructions here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that really pushes it in. Firmly rub around the patch. And then there's this other patch you put around it. Some companies have their own kind of branded versions. Let me know in the comments if you want a gyroscope one. But there are literally only 2 manufacturers of these right now. Dexcom is the main one, and also Abbott. So people just put their logos on top of it and pretend they made a glucose monitor, which I find really amusing. Now I've got this in here. Press the button. And now we'll start pairing. So it's looking for 7801. I got a pairing request, so hit that. And pairing complete. Now we've got 24 minutes of sensor warm-up. In the meantime, I'll check my finger blood glucose. And so doing it with the finger is actually a bit better in terms of accuracy and speed. This is more convenient in that it's going in the background even while I sleep. But it's getting the glucose from your skin of your interstitial fluid. So it's not really actually your blood. It's kind of a proxy for that. Now this one's about $100, so it's kind of expensive. Obviously, if it helps you, your health is worth it. But the old-fashioned way of checking your glucose is much more affordable. These are like $20, $30 on Amazon. So don't feel like you need to get like the Ferrari of blood sugar monitors to get started. This one's the Keto Mojo, which also checks ketones. So really one of the main reasons you'd want to keep a close eye on your blood sugar, if you're not diabetic and told to by your doctor, is if you're doing some more restrictive diet, like a keto diet, where you really need to keep it below a certain level to get the desired response. So this is a glucose strip, and we can use that along with a quick finger prick to measure my current glucose levels, and then we'll compare what the sensor says once it warms up. So now it measures your blood, and I'm at 79. So that's slightly low for an average person, but I haven't eaten much all day. I was just working. I had a little bit of meatballs as a little snack, but that's mostly protein as well, so not expecting it to be super high. But I feel good, so that's my current glucose, and I can just enter this into Gyroscope. So just open the app here, hit the plus button, and scroll down to plus and advanced glucose, 79. Type that in, boom, it's been saved. And now once the CGM is running, that'll also just automatically sync with Bluetooth. Let's check in a few minutes and see where we end up. So it has now been about an hour since I installed my glucose monitor. Let's go check how we're doing. So according to the Dexcom app now, I'm at 138, which is kind of high, you would say. So that's why it's really important to check these. I think a lot of people have this wrong idea and they're using it for fun, that this is like a more accurate version because it's more expensive. That's not really true. So you do need to calibrate it. Again, if it goes up, it shows more of the direction of change rather than the absolute amount. So just because it says 138 doesn't necessarily mean you're at 138. So it's important to use a real glucose monitor first, calibrate that, and then the data from it should be a bit more helpful. But still, again, when in doubt, you should always use a real glucose monitor. So according to this, I'm 102. And so now I can use that and actually do a calibration. So that's one of the first things you do. You do a glucose calibration, use as calibration, and I'll put 102. And save. And so now this will start to readjust that and realize, hey, when I think it's 138, it's actually closer to this, and update the algorithms. So now let's go eat some food and we'll see what effect it has on my continuous glucose monitor, and I'll also double check with the real glucose monitor to see what the actual impact is. And we'll also look in Gyroscope to see what the estimated glucose response is, and then we'll compare all three and see how they fit together and what we're learning about the food.